Well, good morning, everybody. It is Friday, August the 11th. And it's a little bit before 8 a.m. and we are on our way to where?
We are starting our journey to Florida, to Siesta Key, Florida. That's where we go every
That's
year.
our yearly traditional vacation that we take every single summer. We moved it to August this year instead of 4th of July to save a little bit on the room, but
and also got to see family in Minnesota over the 4th.
Yes, so that worked out, but we're heading to Florida. So what we're going to do in this video, we're just going to do like we did on the Minnesota video. We're going to show you some of our stops on the way down. Nothing really, I guess, exciting, but we have some places we always stop. First stop, she always has to go to Hamrick's in Gaffney, South Carolina.
There's just certain things that we've done through the years that we always do now.
Because Hamrick's, you can get some really good buys on some clothes.
Yeah, and they got some really neat, like I don't know if it's like as seen on TV stuff, you know, it's just fun to go in there.
Yeah, a little bit of everything in Hamrick's. So that'll be our first stop this morning. Then from there, we're going to have lunch. We always eat where?
At Sonny's Barbecue.
In?
Commerce, Georgia.
Commerce, Georgia. So we're going to make a couple stops on the way down. We're going to show you a really nice welcome center in Georgia as you cross over Lake Hartwell on Interstate 85 around Livonia, Georgia. We're going to be stopping off there a little bit, stretching our legs, walking the dogs. So looking forward to a week in Florida. So we don't even know where we're staying tonight yet. We're throwing around some ideas. We may get a room around Atlanta. We may go further. Not really scheduled to be on Siesta Key until Sunday.
Well, and part of the vacation is going down too.
It is.
You know, he did this as a kid, you know, going down. So there's a lot of memories for him, you know, as a child making their Florida family vacation. And then too, with us taking our boys for so many years. It was just, this is part of the trip to us. So we just take our time and enjoy the ride.
I know this route, Interstates 85 and 75 in Georgia and in Florida. I know that route like I do around where we live, honestly.
Yeah, we don't need a GPS
so many times. No, we do not need GPS or anything. I have a road atlas in case it was to get turned or detoured, or if we want to go see something I don't know where it's at. But yeah, I don't use those things unless I just have to. So anyway, we're starting off heading to Florida. So stay with us, and hopefully you'll enjoy this. Okay, getting ready to leave North Carolina. We're on Highway 18 just south of Shelby, crossing into South Carolina here in just a few minutes. We're going to be getting on Interstate 85 towards Atlanta. So just entering into South Carolina right now. And we'll be catching I-85 here in just a couple more miles, 2 or 3 more miles around Gaffney. Welcome to Cherokee County. Alright, getting ready to get on the interstate now. We're going to be on Interstate 85 all the way through South Carolina. Which I think is about 96 miles, I want to say, and then on down to Atlanta, after which we'll pick up 75 south and be on that for a long way. So we're going to get on it right here towards, they've done it a little bit different now.
Yeah, they have. How do you get on?
Right there's where you used to get on, right there to the right. You don't obviously do that now. So I don't know.
Was there a detour sign back there? There did say something detour.
It did, but I don't know.
It didn't say anything about getting on the interstate.
No, I don't know. Alright, I think we got it figured out. They've moved the access to the interstate. We actually passed it because it used to be right there in the roundabout where the roundabout is now.
Well, it's a detour. I guess it'll be that way next year.
Yeah, so anyway, this is new. So it looks like it's going to let us run the frontage road here for a little bit before it actually lets us on. So they got all kinds of construction going on right here.
It's been going on for quite a while.
Yeah, but I mean, this is totally different. Yeah, we're going to have to... We're basically riding on the frontage road parallel with Interstate 85 right now. So I don't know when it's going to let us on. Okay, looks like we had to go about, what, a mile and a half, 2 miles down this road. Yeah, looks like right here is where we're going to get on. So we're going to be passing an interesting water tower up here. I've always loved looking at this water tower here in Gaffney. Shaughnessy, tell us about that water tower.
what's it called, the peachoid or something like that. It's a huge peach.
Yep, shaped just like a peach. Even has a leaf on top of it.
Yeah.
So we're going to be showing you that here in just a minute. Now, down through this stretch of the state, there are all kinds of peach vendors. Great place to get peaches here in Gaffney. You got all kinds of places. You got Abbott Farms right there on that side to the left. Place we stop at, Strawberry Hill. They sell peach ciders, fresh peaches, different types of breads.
Produce, pies, ice cream.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. So we're going to stop there after we go to Hamrick's. Probably at least get some peach cider. We'll price the peaches. I don't know. We'll see. Finally getting on the interstate. Like she said, there's been construction going on here for what, 7-8 years now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
At least. Alright, you can see the Peach water tower start coming into view here. Just to the right of the interstate.
Used to, when we were going to Florida, when the boys were little, we would tell them we'll give them a quarter whoever sees the Peach water tower first.
Yeah, we would set up little games along the way, like 50 cents or a quarter, like the next state sign, or the Peach was always one of them.
Yeah.
Or the skyline of Atlanta, just something to kind of keep them alert on their toes.
Watching.
And they built several years back a Fats Cafe right in front of it. That Fats Cafe is shut down, and I can't say I'm sorry about that, because I wish they had to put it right there. It kind of takes away from the Peach, but anyway, hope you got a view of that. Alright, coming up on exit 90, that's where the Hamrick's is. Hamrick's is a good store. This is actually probably the best one we've been into.
It's huge.
There's one in Hickory. I don't really care for the one in Hickory, but the one here in Gaffney is really good.
It's almost like an outlet center because it's so big.
Yeah. So we're going to head in there here just a little bit. Sorry for the shake. This road is bumpy. The camera actually is on a mount, but
it moves as the van moves.
It sure does. Okay, here we are at Hamrick's. This is a must-do for her every year that we come down, and I like it too. But it's 8:59 now. They open at 9, so we have about another minute to wait. So we are off exit 90 in Gaffney, South Carolina, and just across the street will be our next stop. Probably can't see it now. It's called Strawberry Hill. That's where we get our peach cider from. Sometimes peaches. They have blackberries. I'm trying to remember what else. All kinds of neat little stuff. So yeah, this is the Hamrick's here in Gaffney. They just have just a little bit of everything. This is the men's clothing section. Very big store here. You can normally get some really good buys on name brands at Hamrick's. Like this is the Nautica brand. That would run you, gosh, $40 anywhere else. Get them here for $17.98. But anyway, big store. Just women's section there, and back in there the kitchen section. So like right here they got like watches for like $10. Just really get some good buys here. Belts $10, wallets $10, $15. Not going to record a lot in here, but just to kind of show you a few highlights. We really like these stores, especially this one. They got the Salt Life line of shirts for $17.98. That's a pretty good price on those. You can get you some pretty decent deals in here. More of them right here in the front. Guy Harvey or Salt Life tumblers, 40% off regular price. Okay, here we are at Strawberry Hill, USA. This is our little stop off for some peach cider. Sometimes we get peaches. We've gotten breads, different things here before. Watermelons, cantaloupes. But it's right here next to the Tanger Outlet Malls here in Gaffney. Or the Tanger Outlets, I guess I should say. So here's the ciders. They got apple. There's the peach. We're going to get us one of those. They also have strawberry and muscadine. Now it does say here that because of the late freeze this past year, the peaches are actually sourced from another state. I'm going to assume Georgia. Strawberry bread, peach bread. I'm trying to remember what we had last year. Probably peach, I would think. They even have a blackberry. You want one of those?
Those do sound pretty good.
$7.99. You get, if you buy one, you get red mark down free. Okay, whatever that means. On the door, this is even at the produce place. We kind of started getting away from carrying cash. It looks like we're going to have to get back to doing it again because more and more places are doing this. So, got cantaloupe for $3. Anyway, we did get us a little, what is it, half a gallon jug of peach cider. So, looking forward to getting into that. As we get a storm and our dog, y'all know, hates windshield wipers. Going at it right now. Alright, now we're going to turn it back on. He's still waiting. Okay, we're just about to wrap up South Carolina now, and you're looking straight across the river into Georgia straight ahead. So we're getting ready to cross over the border into Georgia. We are 101 miles from Atlanta, and we're getting ready to cross over. It's called the Tugaloo River, but it's part of the Lake Hartwell Reservoir. We've crossed over, what, 3 or 4 sections of that already.
Yeah, we have.
It's a very large lake. A lot of good fishing from what I understand here in Lake Hartwell. But we're getting ready to stop off at the Georgia Welcome Center. This is one of the nicer welcome centers, in my opinion, that we've been to anyway. A lot of nice picnic tables. Swing, nice facilities. So we're going to be stopping off there here in just a few moments. Okay, we've stopped off here at the Georgia Welcome Center, and this is the first sign letting you know where you are, and it's got stickers and stuff all over it. So anyway, very nice welcome center here. We always like to stop here on our way down. They got a lot of nice picnic tables out here. There's some grills at some of them. I don't see it at all of them, but there are some. Now what Shaughnessy doesn't know is that I can read minds. I know it. Huh?
Oh yeah? Well, what's on my mind?
I'm going to guess Georgia's on your mind.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are here off Interstate 85 near Lavanya, Georgia. This is the I-85 Welcome Center, Lake Hartwell Reservoir, near that area, beautiful area, northeast Georgia. So we're going to go inside here. This is the front of the Welcome Center right here. You can go in there and get information, brochures, booklets about any part of the state of Georgia that you want to know about. The coast, the mountains, the central, there where they grow peanuts, peaches, everything. If you're going to be spending some time here, you can go inside and get you a free guide that tells you about anything you want to know. So let's go in here. As you walk in, and here's the different regions of Georgia right here. You got the high country, the northeast mountains, the Atlanta metro, the heartland, presidential pathways, classic south. Coastal area. And you can sign the register, letting everybody know where you're from. Got people from, a lot of people from Ohio here today. Kansas, a bunch from North Carolina and South Carolina, Pennsylvania and Virginia. And of course this is bulldog country, so what would you be greeted by? other than a bulldog. You can also get you a free map, which pretty much any state welcome center will give you. And to give you a little perspective, we are right here, just crossed over from South Carolina. So we've got all kinds of brochure racks. These are divided up into the regions of the state, depending on what part of the state you're wanting to see. So it kind of goes all the way around here. And of course, if you've ever heard of the famous Vidalia onion, there actually is a city in Georgia called that. That's where they're grown. Or the Claxton fruit cake, which I'm not a big fruit cake eater. But this is the coastal area. This is a neat little thing here. Okay, and over here is the section for the Atlanta metro area. One thing I don't think we're going to get to see this trip, but I would encourage you to do, is the Georgia Aquarium in Atlanta. One of the nicer aquariums we've ever been to. One of the few that, or actually the only one I've ever seen, that has whale sharks in the aquarium, which is the largest species of shark. And right here we got a statue of one of the greatest baseball players ever, Ty Cobb, who had a lifetime batting average of .367. That's the highest of anybody to date in Major League Baseball. He actually has a museum that's in Royston, Georgia. I'll pick up one of those. Maybe that might be something to do a video on sometime. I'm assuming that's one of his game-worn uniforms there for the Tigers. He was called the Georgia Peach, Tyrus Raymond Cobb. Here's more stuff on Ty Cobb from the other side. Apparently here's a book about his life. Actually, that's the book he wrote. Now I want to point out again where we are, right where you see the yellow indicator. If you go back up into this section of Georgia around Dahlonega, we've been there 2 times around Christmas. That is a beautiful little town nestled at the foot of the mountains to visit, especially at the holidays. I imagine in the fall it's very nice too. They probably have festivals there, but we were there for the lighting on Black Friday 2 years ago. And the Helen area, Dahlonega, very, very nice area. And we're only 65 and 46 miles respectively from there. It looks like I'm going to get to break a tradition that she always makes me do, and that's to sit on the swing as you come out, because it just rained.
And it's all wet.
It's all wet. Well, doggone it. I was looking forward to that. You can go ahead and do it if you want to. I'm not.
Get wet.
All right, well, you touched it at least.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I do want to walk back through here. But yeah, right as you come out the side exit of the Welcome Center, we always have to sit down there.
We also usually get a picture, so we'll pause
we have to do that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, the side exit goes out into the picnic area. Plenty of room out there to throw a football or something, whatever you want to do. Water pump right here. Several little shelters. We used to actually, on our way to Florida, we would stop at like Wendy's or something or pack sandwiches and bring our lunch here. We used to do that pretty much every year. Then we kind of just started eating at Sonny's in Commerce, which is where we're heading now. But here you got a little grill right here, which people have deposited cigarette butts in. Okay, we're getting ready to have some lunch here at one of our favorites here in Commerce, Georgia, exit 149. We're going to get some barbecue. And we're going to stop at Sonny's. We did a review last year, probably not doing a separate review this year. Then again, we might, I don't know. We'll talk about it. But they have, in my opinion, the best garlic bread you can get anywhere. And some of the best barbecue. So we're getting ready to eat. It's 12:30. I haven't had a bite of food yet today, so I'm ready. There's a Crystal Burger. I think whoever does their sign, they need to be replaced. See if you spot that. Now folks, like I said, we've eaten at Sonny's every year off this exit for probably about 20 years now, but they're going to have a little competition from us now. They're building a Whataburger. Now, we tried Whataburger twice in Texas. I understand now they have a banana shake. I think we're going to have to try to look some up, maybe get us a banana shake later.
That sounds good.
I think there's one outside of Atlanta that we might look at. So we're going to try to do that, but that is going to be a Whataburger right there next to Chipotle. So that's going to be tough to pass up. Now before we go to Sonny's, we're going to go a little bit further up. One of our reviews last year was a place called J. Moore Farms. Right here on the left, one of our viewers told us this location shut down, and that does appear to be the case. Yeah. And I am sad to see that. This was a good little place. I think they said there are still other locations. I don't know where to tell you they are, but this is a good little produce place. A lot of pies, kind of like an Amish store in a way, wasn't it?
Kind of was.
I'm not saying it was Amish, but it was just that type of store. And kind of sad to see this. We did a review there last year. And we got some traffic coming. So yes, there it was. A year ago, we did a review there. It was actually a pretty popular review. And they are gone. But I guess all I know to do is continue to look up the other locations. I think there are some others. But that's sad. I enjoyed going there. They had some really good fried pies that we got last year. Okay, and it is lunchtime. Okay, we have stopped off here at Sugarloaf Mills Mall in Lawrenceville, Georgia. And I always have to make a stop at Bass Pro. Get me a few fishing supplies in case I do some fishing while we're in Florida. Gotta pick up a few camping supplies, and this is a pretty neat mall. Sometimes we walk around it, sometimes we don't. We'll see how we do on time today, but we're definitely going in Bass Pro. And Bass Pro is one of my favorite stores on the planet, so. When you first come in, you kind of get the hunting, fishing, outdoorsy feel. I noticed that before, the gator with a snake in his mouth. A lot of nice stuff in Bass Pro. I could spend a lot of time in here. That's where I get a lot of my flannel shirts, a lot of my thermals for the cold weather. And most of my fishing and camping gear. Got a lot of women's clothes too. If you're a lady and you like the outdoors, this is a place to come, men or women. I don't know if I've ever noticed that airplane or not. Anyway, here's the fishing section. Down here to the left is the freshwater. Down here to the right is going to be the saltwater fishing section. Looks like we got a guard, striped bass, largemouth bass. Actually, here it tells you what all's in there. think one of those gar would be fun to catch. Probably not too fun to unhook.
Yeah, I probably won't want to take it.
That thing's about, what, 4 feet long, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Little carp there in the back. There's the great white shark. I was a little worried they'd taken it out, but just not the place I remember it being. How would you like to see something like that in the water?
Yeah, that'd be kind of scary.
I'd like it if I was on a big boat that he couldn't sink. I'd love to see that. I wouldn't want to see it while I was in the water. But poke your head up in there. You're not gonna do it? Okay. Huh?
I said, I think it's for kids.
Yeah, it probably is for kids. There you go. And over here in this section of Bass Pro, it's like a lot of little home decorations, a few little seasoning items. I wonder if these are like the Red Lobster biscuits. They got a garlic parmesan and a bacon cheddar.
And jalapeno cheddar.
Jalapeno cheddar.
Sound good.
They got some soups, Fireman's chili. I assume that's hot.
Probably.
Tortilla, broccoli cheddar. You like to make that when it snows.
Yes, I do.
They got chicken fry mix. Flaming flatulence. Huckleberry preserves. I never noticed they got like pickled stuff over here too. Looks like, what's that, peaches? That's pickled peaches. And looks like that's kind of like a fruit cocktail mix there. Pickled asparagus. Quail eggs. Mango lime salsa. Just a great store, folks. Bass Pro has a lot of things. Pretty much a little bit of everything. Look at those plates right there. We actually bought a set of dishes from Bass Pro on Black Friday a few years ago. I like those a lot better.
Oh yeah.
Ours are the buffalo crab. It's the whole thing. It's just one. It's just the black and red. I like that one.
Does it not have a bear in the middle though too?
Got a lot of the vintage metal signs that I like those. These old Ford trucks. Okay, I think we're about done in Bass Pro. I know she's wanting to go to the Burlington store. Don't know what else in this mall we're going to do, but I will try to show you just a small portion of it as we go to the Burlington store. You exit Bass Pro out into the mall. Okay, so taking a ride out of Bass Pro. I don't really see any store that I'm interested in right here, but I know you like the Burlington, so that's the store where there's like 10,000 garments and no specific order whatsoever. And this mall is not really a happening place right now. I see me some dress shoes. Which ones? I kind of like them blue ones myself.
I like these right here. The fuchsia color.
Yeah, the fuchsia. I just don't have anything to wear that with, or I'd get them.
We'll find you some.
I've never seen this mall this non-crowded before.
Well, I think we're doing a work day.
Yeah, it is Friday, but I bet tonight it's going to pick up. Bags galore, luggage, rack room shoes. Just some of the typical stores you find in any mall. Here it is, folks. Her Burlington store. This is a big one.
It's always so long.
How many times bigger is this than the one in Myrtle Beach or North Myrtle that we go to?
5 times.
Yeah, at least. That one's not that big. You can be in and out of it in a reasonable amount of time, but this one here is rough. It's huge. Okay, now this is a handy little item here, and we're heading to Florida. I mean, the possibilities here are endless. A remote controlled shark fin. I'm just thinking of the fun I could have with that. I didn't know they actually made those. I've seen them in movies and stuff. But so getting ready to hit the road, head on to our next stop. Not even sure where that is, somewhere in Atlanta. Might go over to Centennial Olympic Park. Okay, getting closer to downtown Atlanta. This is what's called Spaghetti Junction. For obvious reasons, it looks like spaghetti. That's actually the Interstate 285 bypass. If you don't want to go through downtown Atlanta, but I like going through big cities, so we usually don't take the bypass. So we're heading on into Atlanta now. We're going to probably go over to Centennial Olympic Park at this time. So we're still a little ways from there, but we'll be letting you see at least downtown Atlanta. It's a pretty magnificent city.
It is real pretty. Especially
at nighttime, so we're going into the daytime. But we are spending the night around Atlanta, so we'll try to get some good night video as well. Well, folks, I've been to Atlanta hundreds of times, and I knew better. But I still managed to hit Atlanta Friday evening around 5 o'clock. I didn't learn, but
we just didn't time it quite right this time.
Yeah, I knew better than to do it at this time. I usually avoid it. Today, I don't know what got into me, but
here we are.
Paying for it now. We're doing 19 miles an hour now. It's as fast as we moved in about 30 minutes. So right here around 5 o'clock in Atlanta. Haven't even made it to downtown yet. Getting there slowly but surely. So folks, my advice to you is to try to avoid hitting Atlanta during rush hour on Fridays. Probably any evening, but I don't know. There's something about Fridays. It always seems to be a little worse, but at least any work day evening, I guess. Probably Saturday, Sunday would be alright.
Yeah, those would probably be better.
Alright, coming into Atlanta now, just still slow moving, about 10, 12 miles an hour at best. See, it looks like a news helicopter up there. I guess that's where they're getting the traffic updates from.
Probably so.
Well, still trying to get through here. As you can see, the road is 6, 7, 8, 9 lanes wide. Well, some of those I guess are merging on. Maybe 7 to 8 consistent lanes, and every one of them's backed up. Now that circular building you see to the left, that is the Westin Peachtree Plaza Hotel. I've always wanted to stay there. Just never have been willing to bite the bullet and pay what you gotta pay to do it.
It's a little expensive.
Yeah, but the views from that thing, I will tell you a little sad story about it. There was a restaurant at the top of it that used to rotate. It's now no longer allowed to rotate because, unfortunately, somehow a little boy caught his arm, and in it kind of. I don't know if he passed away or if he just tore his arm. But anyway, kind of sad story. That it's now a stationary restaurant, but you do get really good views of the city at nighttime from there. Once in my life, I want to go and stay there. Don't know when that'll be, but because I guess if I'm going to do it, I ought to do it because it ain't going to get any cheaper. That's for sure. So, but coming into Atlanta, one of my favorite big cities anywhere. I always have liked Atlanta. Today would have been a good day to have taken the bypass, but it is what it is. And over here to the left, you'll see the review on this before you actually see this video, is the Varsity. We are going to have supper there. That is an iconic Atlanta establishment. Been around since 1928. So, that's 95 years. They're known for their hot dogs. They do have hamburgers. I recommend the hot dogs and the peach pie.
Yeah, you gotta get a peach pie.
Yeah, but we're gonna be going there here in just a little bit. So looking forward to the Varsity tonight. Finally starting to move a little bit. We're up to 28 miles an hour now. I always said this building straight ahead of us looks like a piece of bent cardboard standing up. Okay, continuing on our journey towards Florida, we're now in Warner Robins, Fort Valley, Georgia area. Stopping off at Buc-ee's. A year ago, this is the first Buc-ee's we ever stopped at. We're back. The little sign that all the Buc-ee's have, it looks like something's demolished it. It's missing.
The picture's missing.
Yeah, the picture's missing. That's what I was trying to say. The picture of the beaver on the tall sign that tells you what city you're in is gone. So, can't imagine the Buc-ee's would have shut down, but kind of looks like a gas station that's not in operation anymore, but I'm sure it is. So again, Buc-ee's here in Warner Robins, Georgia, which is about 15, 20 miles south of Macon on Interstate 75. Very easy to find. A lot of gas pumps. I don't know how many this one has. This was our first Buc-ee's not this past July, but a year ago in July. So we were excited, wasn't we? Not quite as excited now, but still like the store. So since we were here last year, the ice has gone up. Last year it was 69 cents for a small bag and 99 for a large. That is still the cheapest ice you're going to get anywhere. Nobody even comes close to that price. A folding table. I like that little outfit right there. I'm going to go over and look at that. It's called the Dog House. I like that. Always a popular store. Alright everybody, just finished up at the Buc-ee's here in Warner Robins, Georgia. We spent a lot more time in there than really what I was wanting to. I was hoping to be in and out in 30 minutes. I'd say we were there closer to an hour.
Yeah, probably.
Of course, we fed the dogs. So we kind of got a plan today. It's going to be a long drive ahead of us. We're going to actually drive on down into Bradenton, which is about 20 minutes north of where we're supposed to be tomorrow, Siesta Key. So we're going to go on down into Bradenton, have supper at one of our favorite, actually not one of, our favorite seafood place. My favorite anyway. I don't want to speak for you, but I think it's probably ours.
Yes, ours.
And that's the Starfish Company in Cortez, Florida. Don't know if we'll do another review. It might depend on if I get something different or not. If I get something a little different, I may do a review. So anyway, we're didn't really spend as much in there today as we usually do.
Well, several different reasons.
She got her another Buc-ee's shirt. What's that, like 6 now, I think?
No, this is only my third.
Oh, is that all?
So this is the one I got last year, my first one. Then I got one we were in Texas. And then I got another one today. It says Georgia on it. And then he got his.
I never had gotten one until today.
First one today. And I saw it. I thought, I know he's going to like that because
I did like it. The one I really liked was in Texas. They only had 3 X's.
Yeah.
And it had a cactus on it, the beaver. I've never bought a Buc-ee's shirt because I really, up until today, or up until Texas and today, have not seen one I really liked. So I did get one today. I like red trucks and I like peaches. This has both on it.
It's got like a peachy colored shirt.
And the red truck. So I figured with the peaches and the red truck, and I like the blue color, I'd go ahead. So now I own a Buc-ee's shirt. I have not owned one until today.
He's joined the club.
Seems like everybody else has one, so.
He's joined the club.
Yeah, but I'm not going to end up getting 6 like you got. But
I said 3.
3, yeah, but you're working on it.
It's just if I see a nice one, and it depends on where we are.
That way.
This is my first one. But anyway, so we normally we love the Borden chocolate and strawberry milk, and usually Buc-ee has those. Unfortunately, this one did not. I don't remember.
We had to get Fairlife, which is an expensive brand. The strawberry Fairlife is not good.
I haven't had my chocolate
The
yet.
chocolate's, we've had it, it's good. But
yeah.
The strawberry on Fairlife brand's not good. I didn't like it.
But the first time we came, I felt like I had to try all the snacks that everybody on YouTube had been eating and said how good they are, because it seemed like I spent like $70 last time.
Yeah.
But this time, and they quit making the chocolate covered pretzels and yogurt covered pretzels, so it's not really a lot of snacks. I did try their Rice Krispie treat, today, which is massive, and it was really good. So they'll probably stop making that. But I mean, I always enjoy going at Buc-ee's and seeing what
I
they
stocked
got.
up on some more of my mints. I like the orange mints. They taste kind of like a sour baby aspirin. And I always like to have mints during church and stuff. So, and I got 2 more of the cotton candy. That's the best mint I've ever had. The cotton candy flavor is. What else did I get besides the shirt? I got a banana pudding. Love their banana pudding.
And then we both got some cheese. Well, not Cheez-Its. What are these?
They're like little they're like a cheese snack, like a like a puff. It's a
bold and
twist.
spicy.
Bold and spicy. We had those before.
Those are good.
We didn't really get a whole lot else.
No, we didn't.
So we're just gonna ride on down through South Georgia and into Florida and stop in Bradenton this afternoon. We probably got about 6.5 hours to Bradenton. So it's gonna be a long day of driving. So maybe head out to the Gulf Coast tonight for a sunset. We'll see how everything goes. All right.
Like a plan.
Yep, so more to come. Okay, we have stopped off here at Pilot to refuel just south of Tifton, Georgia, and we're gonna go ahead and grab a little lunch here at Steak and Shake. We're gonna drive all the way to Gainesville, Florida, Steak and Shake. We were gonna get there a little too late to do that, and the place we wanna go for supper. So we're gonna go ahead and grab a little bite of food here. Okay, so this Steak and Shake is a little different. This is connected again to the gas station, so I'm going to show you a little bit around. We love Steak and Shakes, honestly. Really, really good garlic steak burgers, and they're just a really good place. We love Steak and Shake. Trying to zoom out a little bit. I don't know why my zoom is in so much. There we go. Alright, so gotta try to keep talking, drown out the music there, but Steak and Shake's been around a long, long time. And there's some of the pictures reflecting that, so go sit down over here. Okay, so I think this is the first one we've ever eaten at that's connected to a gas station. Am I right about
You're
that?
right.
They don't have restrooms in this one. It says restrooms are located in the convenience store, which is kind of inconvenient, but all the way back in the corner actually. So we did stop off here for lunch. I do want to tell you, if you're not a Pilot Flying J Rewards member, you need to be, because currently right now you get 10% off a gallon.
10 cents a gallon.
Yeah, 10 cents off of every gallon of gas. So whatever the posted price is, which here is $3.45, it's actually $3.35. So used to be 3 cents off. They've been at 10 for a while now.
They have been at 10 for a while, and we don't get a lot of like coffee drinks or stuff like that, but they've got like reward programs and stuff like that too.
Yeah, I guess you could probably accumulate enough for a free drink. We don't really drink coffee, but it sure helps when you're on the road traveling to stop at a Pilot or Flying J and save that 10 cents, because their gas is already competitively priced to pretty much everybody else anyway.
Yep.
Plus that 10 cents extra, that helps.
It does.
Anyway, I wanted to make you aware of that. Join Pilot Flying J Rewards, and kind of pays off in the long run.
It does.
So here is our receipt. I know she got me the double garlic steak burger. What'd you get?
I got just the single.
Garlic though?
Yes.
Okay.
With extra garlic
I should have
sauce.
told you to get me the single, but you got what I usually get, so that's fine. Yeah. Trying to cut back the calories just a little bit. So total came to $18.43.
Yeah.
Okay, so here is our garlic burgers, and somehow I end up with cheese fries plus an extra thing of cheese, or maybe she got that for herself. She don't have cheese, so I'm gonna give her that if she wants it. So anyway, that's the garlic steak burger. That is the best thing here in my opinion. We love Steak and Shake because of that. Okay, we're not too far from the Florida state line, probably about 35 more miles, or about 40 miles I think is what the sign just said. We call this part of Interstate 75 billboard. It's the capital of the United States, because it's like every few feet.
On both sides.
On both sides, there's a billboard announcing something. Now, we can't be responsible for every content of every billboard, so we're not even reading every one of them. I'm just showing you how many there are. But there's a whole little stretch here around Lenox, Georgia, just north of Valdosta, where it is pretty much nothing but billboards all up and down the interstate. It is very hot and muggy outside. I don't know what the temperature is. I'm going to guess around 90 degrees, but it's
hot.
It feels very, very humid. So, not too much further from Florida. We are going to be stopping off at the Welcome Center. So we'll show you some more video then. billboards right here. Just one right after the other for miles.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
We're getting closer to Florida. We're 20 miles away. Yeah, this is the billboard capital of the U.S., at least as far as anywhere we've been.
Yeah.
Alright, just about to enter Florida. Got several pro-baby billboards. Those are worth showing. I love babies. Don't you love babies?
I do.
Heart beating at 18 days according to the billboards, so that's something that should be considered. Alright, getting ready to enter into the state of Florida right here in just a second.
I see the sign.
I see the sign too. There's the first sign, the little green one, says Florida State Line, Hamilton County. And then here's the fancy one. With a big cluster of palm trees behind it. Alright, going into the Florida Welcome Center now. I like welcome centers, by the way.
I do too.
I always have. You can go in and pick up brochures on information on the place that you're going, if things you want to see, maybe even get some new ideas. So
and it also means you're in a new place.
Yeah, it means you're in a new state. So we're gonna let the dogs walk, stretch our legs, go inside. A lot of times it's closed about the time we're coming through here, so we're coming in here during operating hours today. Okay, well, how does it feel to be back in Florida?
Wonderful.
It actually feels kind of hot.
No, well, temperature-wise, yeah, it's hot.
Feels very hot and very humid.
But there's a nice breeze.
There's a breeze. I don't know that it's nice. It's almost like a furnace. It's not really a cool
Hot
breeze. Yeah, it's not really a cool breeze blowing. But there is a breeze nonetheless. It's absolutely doing nothing for the temperature. We've come about 200 more miles since the last segment. We're now coming into Tampa. We are on I-275, headed right towards downtown Tampa. You see the sign there for theme park, Busch Gardens, and we're not going there, but you can kind of start to see the buildings of Tampa in the distance. Traffic is picking up just a little bit.
It is getting pretty thick.
Okay, so we're going to be getting on Highway 41 up here on Hillsborough Avenue. So we got another maybe 45-minute drive down to Bradenton where we're spending the night, and then heading on out to Siesta Key in the morning. But right now we're in Tampa, Hillsborough County on the Florida West Coast, which is the home of the Florida Aquarium. I'd like to do a review there sometime. I don't think it's going to happen this trip, but that's a great aquarium. We've been to it, I want to say, what, 2005?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. But I remember it being very nice. Okay, so on our trip down, we're out here at Starfish Company again tonight. We have 3 reviews on it, so I'm not going to do a separate review tonight, but we're basically getting the same thing we always get. The only difference is that we are trying an appetizer called Royal Reds. It's a shrimp that's supposed to taste like lobster. It's supposed to be called the poor man's lobster, so we decided to try that tonight. So I'll get a little bit of the scenery here. This is just a really neat outdoor dining experience. You see all the fishing boats here. And it's just before sunset, probably about an hour before sunset here in Cortez, Florida. We are going to ride out onto Anna Maria Island just across the bridge and hopefully catch the sunset, provided we get done eating in time. This is one of our favorite places to eat seafood. to be the Royal Reds. That's an odd looking shrimp. So we're going to try that, see if it tastes like lobster. Are you not going to try any of them?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't like peeling shrimp.
Oh, okay.
There's yours. It's a very different texture. I don't remember really what lobster tastes like. But it's like a soft texture. They're not chewy at all.
Okay. You're not going to try any of the dipping?
No.
Okay, so what'd you get here? Shrimp and grits?
Shrimp and grits, and then it comes with slaw and 2 hush puppies.
And their slaw's really good here.
Very good. Their shrimp and grits is delicious. And then there is yours.
There's mine, Cortez Special. Is my black and grouper not in there?
Oh.
Okay, yeah, it's underneath. All right.
Looks good.
Also, want to make you aware that this is also a fish market, not just a restaurant. So I don't think it's still open. Doesn't look like it. But this is a great dining experience. If you're anywhere near Bradenton, Sarasota, you want to come here at least once. We did not do a separate review tonight because we already have 3 reviews on the place. We'll probably wait a year and maybe do it again next time we come. But basically got the same thing. Except the only difference was we got the Royal Reds for an appetizer. And last time we was here, we were told that, here, let me do it this way. Sit down on this post here and try to talk. We were told that the Royal Reds were tasted like lobster. So, I'd always been curious about that. So we got them tonight just to try them one time. And they were huge shrimp. I mean, they were big. Would you say those Royal Reds were like jumbo-sized shrimp? I'm not doing a regular closeout since we didn't do a regular review.
Oh, you were saying they were talking, I thought.
Yes, she decided to join us. Okay.
Who's he talking to?
Okay, how was your shrimp and grits?
My shrimp and grits was really good.
As always,
As
consistent.
always, yes.
Slaw was really good tonight. Cheese grits were great. I was telling about the Royal Reds. They were huge.
They were huge.
Somebody didn't react the way I thought they would to them.
They just didn't look appetizing when you open that box.
I'm sitting here with the camera, and I don't want shrimp stuff all over my hands. I'm sitting here with the camera, so we'll go ahead and peel one. She goes, I don't want to peel it. What do you mean you don't want to peel it?
I mean, when I'm cooking shrimp, you know, sometimes it'll have the shell and have the legs, you know, and you have to do that. That's fine, and then I'm going to cook it. But when it's cooked like that, it just didn't look good. I mean, as far as taste-wise, I mean, it was a different texture.
Yeah.
You know, it tasted okay, you know, but
it was a different
wasn't prepared
texture
for that.
I mean, it's just like any other bowls peel and eat shrimp you get. So they were big shrimp. They were kind of a reddish pink color. I'm sorry. But the taste of them, I'm glad I tried it. I'm not going to get it again. It tastes a little like lobster. It doesn't really taste like most shrimp you eat. I don't know how to describe it.
It was just a different texture. Yeah.
I don't know what it tastes like. Chicken. We'll go with that.
Yeah,
actually, it don't. I don't know what it don't taste like anything I've ever had. So it was interesting. Very soft. Right. Would you say softer?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that was our experience at Starfish. Great meal again. I got the same thing I always get. The black and grouper fried shrimp combo. Excellent. Just never have been disappointed yet. All right. So more to come. So we're heading where now? She's back behind the wheel. So
yeah. We're heading out to the beach to watch the sunset.
Coquina Beach on Anna Maria Island. So hopefully we're going to get out there in time to watch the sun go down. I'm going to try to capture some aerial shots. Okay, and this journey that began on Friday is almost over. We are just now arriving into Sarasota Sunday afternoon. And we're coming into downtown now. Gonna head out to Siesta Key here in just a few minutes. And then that's where we'll be for the next 5 nights. But here is downtown Sarasota right here. This is called the Bayfront area. That's the Sarasota Bay right over to the right. You can't really see it. Marina Jack's boat yard here. A lot of different fishing boats, yachts. You can do sunset cruises, you can do fishing tours. They all originate right there to the right. There's actually a restaurant too, I believe, a Marina Jack restaurant.
Yeah, there is.
And over to the right, or to the left of that, over to our right now, is lovely Bayfront Park. It's a great little place to walk your dog. It's not a long walk at all. What is it? Maybe 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, it's just a little bitty, like, I don't want to say island, but yeah, you just walk around it. There's a splash pad for kids out there, a bunch of benches. It's real nice.
Yeah, people just sit out there in the shade. Some of them lay out there.
Read or draw or whatever.
Okay, heading on to Siesta Key now. There's two ways to get on to Siesta Key. The north bridge, which is what this is, and then at the south end, the Stickney Point bridge. So we always come in on the north when we're coming in. So you can see the Sarasota Bay there off to the right and to the left, actually. Very bright sunny day. The water's a pretty emerald green color.
Yeah, it is very pretty.
So this is Bay Island, gateway to Siesta Key. And once we cross this little canal, we'll be on Siesta Key. Almost various types of palm trees grow in this part of Florida that don't grow in the northern part of the state. So once we cross over this little canal, we will be on Siesta Key. And we're almost to our motel. We have to ride up through Siesta Key Village, a little shopping and dining district, and then we'll be there. Alright, getting ready to make the right turn now to go up through Siesta Key Village. And there's quite a few people in front of us, but we're glad to be here, aren't we? It's
Absolutely.
been a long. We left Friday evening. No, I'm sorry, Friday morning. But you could drive it in a day, actually. We just kind of wanted to mess around Atlanta for a night.
Yeah, we just made coming down part of the trip.
And then stopped last night in Bradenton, just about 15 miles north of here, and coming on out to Siesta Key today. We had a couple extra days to fool with since we didn't really have to be here till Sunday. But this is a place I've been coming to since I was 2 years old. I think my mom and dad first came down here when I was 2. My uncle was living down here. So you started coming when? When was your first trip here? The early 90s, I guess.
Yeah,
after we got married, yeah. I was trying to remember the first year we started coming back, though. I don't think we did in 93.
No, we came down for a friend of yours' graduation, and we just came over here for a day.
Yeah, I want to say 97. Tyler was born. His first trip down here, he was a baby, yeah. So we've been coming pretty much every year since 97, haven't we?
Yeah.
26 years. Alright folks, come into Siesta Key Village now. A lot of little eateries and dining options here. It takes several trips to try them all, but this is a really, really popular little shopping area. Now I will say Siesta Key Beach has been rated #1 beach in America several times. I think currently it might be at #2. They kind of try to mix it up every year, but it's always consistently highly rated because of the white sand.
It's like quartz. It's not real.
It is quartz, yeah.
Real sand. It's like real powdery.
Yeah. And it actually, I won't say it stays cool to the touch, but it's not like really hot like some other beaches.
No, where it'll burn your feet when you're walking across it. This does not.
So right over here to the right is, they have a farmer's market here on weekends, or on Saturdays, maybe not today. First little souvenir shop I ever remember on this island was over to the right, Davidson Drugs. Still there. And it's a pharmacy, a drugstore, and a little beach souvenir shop. We are going to do a walkthrough. Maybe I shouldn't give every little detail now. There's a Kilwins. That is new since we were here last year. They were, we didn't know what was going in there last year, I don't think.
No,
but
they were
I actually saw somebody else's video, and I knew what it was going to be. There's the Hub Baja Grill to the right. I love their appetizer. It's like an orange glazed shrimp. Chauncey, you didn't care for your meal there.
Yeah, I got like a shrimp taco.
But we might give that another try, or we'll see.
They actually have like specials too. Like I had a $10 menu.
Beach Bazaar there on your left. That's a nice beach souvenir shop. A little French cafe here on the right. Again, I'll do a walkthrough. Is our buddy still sitting? Is he sitting out there?
Yeah, he was sitting back there. Yeah.
There's a guy that's been here for what, 10, 15 years or longer?
Longer.
He just sits out there in a wheelchair, and it don't matter if it's 100 degrees like it feels like it is now. He sits out there with a toboggan on and like long sleeves, which I guess to protect his head, but goodness, I don't see how he stands it.
I don't see how he stands it.
And we are here, we are staying at Siesta Key Beach Resorts. We have declined to do a review just on this place in the past, but we've talked it over. We will do one this time. So there's been some changes, good and bad, so we are going to do a review this time. So we're pulling in now. We're going to go get checked in. Thank y'all for watching this trip down to Siesta Key. We hope you enjoyed it. We appreciate you watching. Like and subscribe if you would, and have a blessed day.